Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. So today guys, we are working on the Peugeot 207. I haven't got all the parts. I'm just waiting for the door lock to turn up. But I've got the glass for the other side and we've got other bits and pieces we need to do. Clear up all the glass, you know, have a good tidy up, service. So there's still loads of bits and pieces to do on this car. So I think we can start it today. I know I'm getting a lot of messages, guys, on the Focus ST. I'm still waiting for parts for that car. And yeah, it's just one of the things. These are bread and butter cars and these have got to come first and these got to come, you know, these little cars have got to be finished. And they get finished quicker as well. You know, I've still got to get the wheels done on the ST and stuff like that. So I'm just going to concentrate on these ones. And then we'll jump onto the ST at some point. But let's get cracking. I'm going to get the white one, the Citroen C3, get that out of the way so we've got nice space in here if we need to take it onto the ramp or put it over here. So let's get cracking with the Peugeot 207. Let's do this. Right, okay guys, so I've took the Citroen C3 outside and bought the Peugeot in like this so we can work on it today. Like I said, we have got some bits and pieces to do. I haven't got the door lock for this. Still keeps locking itself. I've tried everything. There is certain activation on the system. You go in there and you can deactivate auto locking and all that sort of stuff. I've tried the key. Some people say put it in here, turn it a few times and it will deactivate. None of it's worked. So I've gone and ordered a new, it's not a new, second-hand door lock set for this door. Hopefully this is going to be the problem because it doesn't seem to do it when you do it obviously one on the other side. So it's got to be this door lock, isn't it, really? So yeah, I think it was like 35 quid, 38 quid. So I've got that coming. So we can't do that, but we can get the door card off ready to receive and take off the old one and put the new one on. We can do that. We've got a load of cleaning to do, the inside, the glass everywhere inside to do. We've got that trim to put on. Got the glass to fit. So yeah, we have got some other bits and pieces to crack on with today. Just before we do though, guys, I did get the other two lockers off that Citroen C3 last night after I stopped filming. Yeah, so they are off and done. This is an absolute joke when you ain't got the locking key, but you have to find a way to get around it. And it was, for me, it was just a case of just building up the weld and then banging over a socket until it grabs it, and then it undoes. You won't, you know, it's really hard to sort of do it without the key, guys. But you know, where there's a will, there is normally a way of doing it. So let's get cracking with this one, the Peugeot 207. I want to start off with cleaning up this area here, getting that off there, which is the old mastic. I was locked in it. Come on. I know one of yours works. Come on. I have got some new cases coming for these, actually. You can see that the cases, the actual buttons are a bit gone. So I've got some new cases. I'll swap them over, put 2 new batteries in, and that should be sorted. So yeah, we have got to have a good clean up. I want to get rid of all this glass. Possibly get the seats out as well. Got absolute loads to do today, guys, bits and pieces. And then obviously we've got to set the new glass in place. But we have to get this one off first. It's only a small bead going down. I've got to check to make, you know, just to make sure that I'm putting this same amount of bead on when I put the other glass in place. But let's get cracking. Let's have a tidy up and let's just see how it goes. So let's do this. Right, okay, so guys, a real good clean up around the glass. Took most of it off. There's a few bits and pieces I want to sort of just leave there, really. I don't want to go too far. I don't want to be scratching it too much. I did go over it with a little bit of Scotch pad as well, just to get that keyed up a little bit so that the adhesive will stick to it better. So yeah, and obviously we've got some points where we've got to put the we've got top and bottom little pads that got to be sort of put in, and then yeah, it can go back in place. Can't put it in place until we took this off, and then we need to get that trim off on the inside to get that undone, and then we can put it in place. But I've cleaned it all up, but apart from the obvious scratches here, it's not that bad. Like the rest of the actual bodywork is pretty good. So I think I'm gonna have a little more play around with that scratches to see if I can make it any better. And then possibly get a little bit of maybe touch-up paint or something. I don't think it's worth getting this painted. There's just not enough money in it, really. So, but I'll do the best I can for, you know, such an old... It's not such an old... It's 11 plate, but it's going to be a cheap runaround for someone. It's not going to be, you know, a brand new car for someone. But I'm always going to try and make them the best possible condition that I can. So yeah, but the rest of the car is really, really clean, I've got to be honest. But this is the glass that I've got to replace the broken bit that we've got in there, and as you can see, that's the bracket that's sort of connected on the inside that we have to disconnect. I've saved the actual bead with the adhesive so I can tell how much adhesive actually goes on, the thickness of it. It's not actually quite a lot, it's just a little bead going across there, and then you pop these off here, stick them onto them ones, and then put it in place. God, I've got the sniffles, haven't I? God. But yeah, can't do none of that until we really want to get the inside trim off, get that out so we can get that bracket off, and then start hoovering up, give it a good clean up, get this glass out of the way, get it off, get it out, because you never know, as soon as you touch it or whatever, it's just dangerous, isn't it? So that's what we're going to do now. Have a good clean up, good hoover up, get that trim off, and just basically get it ready to receive that actual glass. I want to get these off as well, because we're going to reuse these ones here, I think, anyway, hopefully. We can take them off, slowly take them out, and then we can reuse them, put them back in place, and then get this stuck on as well, this trim. So yeah, let's set these back up, guys. Let's do this. Right, okay guys, just before I get into it, just want to quickly say a big shout out to Chris. I just spoke to Chris on the phone. A long-term friend from back in the day when we was younger. And I'm sure he's actually sitting down watching this video because he told me he will be sitting down. He knows what I mean. But yeah, just a big shout out to Chris, and I'll be doing some work on his van service and just a general check over of his van coming next week, I believe it is, 28th. So it's all booked in. So we'll be doing a service on his van very, very soon. But anyway, guys, let's get into what I've been up to. You can see it's a lot cleaner in here now. A lot of the glass has been removed. I'm still want to keep going at it with the Hoover because you never know. There's always a little bits and pieces, but most of it is absolutely gone. I have got the adhesive in this warm water. You can see it here. It's just so it softens it up to make it a little bit easier. We don't need a lot of this. We don't actually need a lot, but we just need a little bead to go down the glass, and then I'm just going to stick it on. So I've taken off, this is the glass that I've got, and I had to stick these little connectors in the right positions because these are the old ones. And you can see that the thickness of the bead is not a lot. It's about 10 mil all the way along. So that's what I'm going to do, is run the bead all the way along there and then stick it in place, and then put some tape on the glass just to hold it in place as well. I might just get someone to help me hold the glass from the outside whilst I put some pop rivets, because they're not screwed. These three here, they're actually pop riveted in. So I'm going to have to pop rivet those while someone holds it from the outside just to steady it, just to keep it lined up. But yeah, you know, it's just, this is the point where now it can go on. I'm going to put a little bit of this primer down the glass just to help it stick a little bit. But yeah, it's pretty good stuff, this gear that I'm using, and it should just stick it straight away. But I need to tape it to hold it in place whilst it goes off, and then we can just leave it even just overnight. I've got to be honest, so when I come back tomorrow, that'll be completely stuck in place and done. Yeah, so let's do that now. I'll just go and grab someone. I'll see if he's all right to be filmed. If not, I won't be filming it, guys, but hopefully, you know, he's like, yeah, it's fine, no worries, because he won't be here long. All he's got to do is just hold it in place for me. I have got this trim on as well, but there's a tab that's missing on this corner, so I'll have to sort of leave it like that, get the tab, and then just stick it on like this. But this side is absolutely solid. That's not moving anywhere. Those tabs are fine. It's just this corner we've got to sort out. So I think I've got some spare ones, because I've always got like little bits and pieces and spare clips and spare tabs kicking around. I will have a look in my bits and pieces drawer, and then that's done as well then. So yeah, it's getting there, guys. It is getting there, this one. Just it's going to take some time doing all the little bits and pieces and the fiddly bits, you know. I hoovered out all the actual boot area, took the parcel shelf out and the actual carpet as well, just so that could be cleaned up. Nothing's down there, I don't think. It's pretty clean down there, I think. So I'll just double check, but I think, yeah, I think it's going to be all right. And then, yeah, we're going to move on. We've still got to do a service on this one. Check it around, MOT, just bits and pieces. We've still got some bits and pieces to do. But the most important bit now, guys, is getting this glass in place. And I've got to compare it to the other side as well. So see where it sits, where it sits here and where it sits on top and bottom. So yeah, like here. So it's quite flush at the bottom here, a little bit set in and a little bit set in there, but yeah, it's really sort of thin, this glass, isn't they? horrible design. I think that's a horrible design. I suppose there isn't no other way of doing it apart from not having it open on the back, but that's just the way they did it. But it's just, I don't like the way it pops. I just don't like the way it pops open like that. It's really fragile, isn't it? Oh, God. Anyway, right, we've got to crack on. No pun intended. Hopefully it don't crack. It won't crack. It'll just shatter into a million pieces. So don't worry about that. I'm going to put it on with the door open, I think. Leave it open, get it set, and then leave it like that overnight. So let's get that done. This is the important bit. Let's do this. Right, okay, so guys, there we go. The glass is in place, and, you know, I've just put some tape on there just to hold it in place for tonight, and then when I come back in the morning, that should be done. And yeah, not too bad at all. So I've just put all the bits and pieces back in as well, all the trims put back on as well and stuff like that, put it all back. Put the seats back, all the stuff, carpets and Also took off the door card because we are going to be replacing the lock in here, which, you know, a lot of people are saying that it is the culprit, is the problem. So we're going to be changing that out. So I thought, you know what, let's remove the card, take the paper off so we can get to it. It is on its way. I haven't got it yet, but it is on its way. So it should... It's going to take a couple of days. I think you have to replace the handle part as well. Not sure. I'm not sure yet. But I just thought I'd scan the car as well. So I've plugged the computer in, scanned the car. I've got 2 fault codes coming up on the radio. Not quite sure what is going on here. But, fault with left rear, right rear. Left rear, right rear, radio, open circuit, audio. So it must be the speakers. That's weird. Why are they both not working? Well, I'll have to look into that and find out why that's not working. Maybe it's an easy fix, maybe, I don't know, but we'll see how it goes. But nothing else is coming up on the car. I'll try and clear it, see what happens, but I don't think... Oh, it has cleared. Okay, so we've got no fault codes coming up now whatsoever. There did come up, I did scan it, and it was coming up with the rear number plate bulbs were out. Both of them actually were out. So I put 2 bulbs in that and them. Now they work. I was going to check that anyway, because obviously it's been doing my MOT checks. I would have noticed that, but that's just me being silly. So yeah, we are gonna have to do a service on this one, definitely, and then write it in the book. So I'll stamp the book up and write it in that, but it's not gonna happen today because I've run out of time. So yeah, but and obviously the spanner light's on as well. Can you see the spanner there? So it's overdue, really, a service, but that's just going by the book, you know, the manuals. It could be someone has been servicing it but didn't write it down, or didn't sort of make a note of it or jot it down or whatever. But we are definitely going to be doing a service, fresh oil change, oil filter, air filter, and all that sort of stuff. And we're going to be doing this lock as well to see if that resolves it. Apart from that, and a good clean, we are more or less done with this car. But for today, I've run out of time. It is what it is. I've run out of time for today, but we are definitely moving forward with this one. It won't be long before this is going to go for an MOT. No locking wheel nuts on these ones, guys. Someone has already removed them, which is fantastic. Yeah, so I haven't got to worry about this one, but it just needs a good clean. And I'm going to go over them scratches as well at some point and see if we can get them any better. Should be able to get them a little bit better than what they are, but yeah, that is where we are, guys, at the minute. But so far so good. I'm liking the progress on this one. And it's just going to be a quick, just a quick, cheap car for someone. But I want to make sure that it has got a fresh MOT, 12 months, no advisories, and a nice, fresh service. So, yeah, right. Okay, like I said, guys, I've run out of time. That's the end of today's video. Not sure what part we're on this one. I think it's part 2. Or this could be part 1. I don't know. I've got a few cars at the minute, and I've just purchased another car for someone else. Again, someone's asking me to source a particular car for them. I'll show you that probably at the end of the week, possibly Saturday, not sure yet, but yeah, so I've got to go and pick it up tomorrow. So that's another car that's going to be on the channel, but it's someone else's. It ain't my car. I haven't bought it. They have. I've just bought it for them, if you know what I mean. And I'll be fixing it on the channel for them as well. So they want, so if they ever want to sell the car, they've got evidence as to what has been done. Nothing can beat video evidence when it comes to fixing salvage cars. Nothing can beat it. So, yeah, and that's exactly why I started the whole YouTube channel. It wasn't to be a YouTuber, guys. It was to show exactly how each car is being fixed. And everyone has loved it so far. So, yeah, everyone's saying it's a great way of proving what you're doing. And it is. And it is the only way, really, is to do videos. So, that's enough waffling. That's the end of today's video. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, drop me a comment and give the video a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next one. Take care. See you soon.